Looks like it's doing something. Okay, so can you let me know if you can see this? If you can hear me, see me, let me know, please. All right. Hello. Are we good? Are we in? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Does this work? Finally, please, please. Oh, man, we have had some issues with this darn software. Anyway, I think it's working now. Welcome to the FTX perpetual scan. Yes, I am back. I'm back, and it's a pleasure to be back to be able to go through this with you all. And we missed last week because I had a bit of software malfunction. My apologies for that. We obviously have it fixed now. Beauty. That's what we want. Okie doke. Yes, the chat's working. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to take you through and just do a scan like we normally do, right? I want to just have a look at across the whole market in the perpetual contracts. You know, if you've got your FTX account, you already know what it is. It's brought to you by FTX, and of course, you know, because we're streaming to a bunch of different platforms right now, I don't think that the code to join is below. But importantly, whether you're trading with them or not, with FTX, or you want one, just hit up YouTube. But importantly, there's two videos there that I think you should watch. It's how to manage risk and how to raise a long and short order. I think it's really important that people know how to use these platforms. So that's there. Check it out. Anyway, how we're looking across the board here. Well, here's our top 10. And I always start with a bit of a sticky beak in the top 10. Why? Well, it gives me a bit of a snapshot of the day. I'm going to start with Bitcoin because I always do. And I like what I'm seeing. High, low, high, low, high, low. I can actually get rid of those now because it was just to explain something to a client. Goodbye, Mr. Arrow. Ask me questions as we go. I'm happy to do it. We got this higher low and a higher high. Beauty. You had heard me talk about this break of 11,200 for a darn long time. Well, it occurred on Friday, and we're still pushing on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, for those of you who are in the Trader Cobb community Facebook group, you'll also recall the time back here when I said before it fell, by the way, so I got filled on them. I was looking to buy 10,550, 10,150, and 10,050. Why? Because it came back down to this level. And it's going really well at the moment. Now, I'm stoked. I'm over the moon. The markets are running. The markets are moving. They're not running. We saw this bullish candle break the high. I know that was an entry for a lot of people. And, you know, probably at 1-to-1 now. So this strategy, the cradle trade and the way that I trade, it works on any time frame. So it's a real benefit there for anybody who's looking to get involved in trading crypto. If you say, look, I don't want to be an intraday trader, fine. Trade high time frames. It's your choice. We broke the high of last week's candle just yesterday as well. So that's a really good start to the week. It doesn't mean a huge amount, but it does. It's one of those little whiskers of good fortune. So weekly looks really good. Daily looks really good. The only time frame that doesn't look really good, unfortunately, is as we get lower. You know, we check this out here on the 4-hour. Look, it's just a bit messy. Through here we went chop, 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 chop. Pew! So I haven't really got the cyclicity that I'm after to be trading Bitcoin Maximus long. So let's have a look across the rest of our margin pairs. Ethereum. Again, you know, Ethereum's looking very nice. Check it out in the weekly. Boom, shakalaka. Oof, off we go. Break the high of your last week's candle. Good times. Higher low, higher high. Good times again. It'd be nice to see us get through this 400. Really, it's 400. I want to get above. Get above that round number, break its back, and you know, away we go again, guys. I'm not seeing too many. Can you all just test the comments, because I can only see a couple, and usually there's a lot more messages that come through. I just want to know, you know, even if they're not coming through now, I'm not going to stop and start again. I just want to get this through, but I just want to know because we've had to update some of this software, and just want to make sure that it works. If you can hear me loud and clear, can you just sort of type yes, or just have some sort of communications there? That'll be great. Okay, while you're doing that, I'll keep going. So yeah, if we look at Ethereum here again on the 4 hour, it's very similar to Bitcoin in the sense that it is a bit, you know, hey, how you doing? It's not great. I'm not into it. Cardano. Starting to move again here. I'm liking to look at that a little bit more. Again, here we go. Thank you for that. I can see some of you. It might just be that one of the it looks like Facebook comments are coming through. Maybe not some of the others there. That's okay. Higher low, higher high. Oh, right. Yeah, not showing. All right. Sorry, it appears that I'm not able to see those that are YouTubers. Anyway, I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully I can... Luke, if there's any questions that come through that you think are important, please put it in a WhatsApp, and I'll keep an eye on that as well, and I'll answer that. All right, let's keep going. High, low, high, high, looking really good on Cardano. It's pulled back into that cradle zone. It's been a bit of a mess. So it's not the cleanest, it's not the clearest, but it is there, and the daily is what I'm liking right now. It's got that nice follow through. Got a bit choppy up here, as you can see quite clearly there. Look, I want to see it carry through a bit more. That's really important to me, is that follow through. I don't have it just yet. Ooh. Lovely pullback. Let's have a look at that too. I think it's a little bit big, isn't it? Hey, look, there's a potential opportunity right there. You've got the rules right for the cradle strategy. Higher low, higher high on the 8 hour. Good convergence there. Let's look at that 4 hour once again. Look at this. This is the sort of thing I'm waiting for, but with a clean pullback. I would have actually honestly liked it to come back a little bit further for me there. I have had it on my list. There's my little red tick there. 15. I think we'll find better. I do. I'll wait for it to come back in a bit further. I will put it in. I'm going to make a little yellow list for us right now. But yeah, I'd like to see it pull back in a little bit further. Look, it might fit the rules, but don't forget, my objective is to take really good standout trades. My probability of success on those trades is very high. And also the daily here, look, there's a higher low. We're yet to break this high. The high there being 37.3. Yeah, we break that high, we'll have a higher high to go with that higher low. The weekly, is it showing me too much? Ooh, it's pulled back very deep. It's not that, it's not amazing. Alt, perp, higher lows coming through, higher high, looking good. Let's hit that weekly just for a reference point. Accelerating out of there like a little beauty. Jump from there, let's move across now and look at the lowers. Again, this little spike that happened, don't like it at all. Yeah, no, I don't like it. No, I'll be leaving that. I really want to send, look, a lot of the market you're going to see has done this. Here's what I want to see. I want to see the next wave. I want to see this pullback become a higher low and then get that nice cyclicity back in. Because what I had here was a pullback, lower high, low, and it just got a bit choppy. Don't like the chop, Looking for smooth seas. Atom. Daily looks super duper. What's up with Monero? Well, it's been moving very nicely, huh? I've been stalking that bloody thing for ages. So close on a few occasions, hey? Just really frustrating. Quite a few other good moves, but Monero, it's been the good one. Would I take this on the 8? Not really. I don't see the strongest of trends there, because if I go from the 8, my next high time frame is 16, and there is no uptrend there, so I can leave that alone. Bitcoin Cash, look, it's got to give me a little bit more sugar. Higher low here, there's no doubt about that. We do have an uptrend. It just is. Moving averages are in the right order. Very good convergence here. Something else to note. Look at this. Whoa, that was a bit much. Support. It was ranging, bashing on around in through here. Now we've bounced off the support right here. Look, I don't look to buy those sorts of things. I just don't bother. For me, it's about trading when the trend's there. This is a trend, higher, low, higher, high. Now, I know people will buy from these. Look, whatever floats your boat, I'm good with that. But for me, it's really about trading that trend. I got the higher low, I got the higher high. The weekly doesn't add too much, as you can see here. But there's a little bit of cyclicity starting to show here. Check this 4 out. We push up through this 245.55. And then we've actually got somewhat of a higher low twice. We've got to get up through. I want to get through 250. And then, what is that level? Is it any... Yeah, there's a bit of significance to it. We've had resistance, resistance, resistance. Bam! Retested. Whooshka! That's what we want to see, right? I want to see it break, pull back. I'll trade that. Woo! And happy, joy. Brings me back to my childhood days. Remember Ren and Stimpy? Weirdest cartoon ever. But good. Yes, I want to see that kick on a little bit further. I'm certainly not going to put that in the list just yet. We're getting so close on so many. Oh. Binance kicking some serious butt right here. Higher low, higher low. Bushka through that consolidation. Pushing good. Looking really, really strong here. Binance leading the way for the last, couple of months really. It's been wild, don't get me wrong. But gee whiz, has it been consistent? Yeah. And when it's moved well with trends. And I really do have a high probability when it comes to Binance. Touch wood. Because I don't want to jinx myself. So what am I going to do? Mate, I really wish we pulled back into here. You know, it looks like I might be moving on without me for now. So those of you who know what the Fibonacci booster is and has done the full 3 strategies in the course, I'll be watching out for fib boosters as I get these anchor points, guys, because it's starting to get that cyclicity, but it's not really there just yet. So I'm not going to I'm going to put that in the list, but it's going to take some time for it to pull back. The 4 hours fine, the 8 hours fine. I just need to be patient and wait for my trade. BSV, the less said about that, the better. Why? Look at this cretin. It's a mess. Look at how messy it's been for such a long time. I want to see cyclicity. Higher low, but there's no higher high, so we can't confirm it as a higher low. Messy through the 4, over it. Bitmax is starting to move. Probably my main issue with Bitmax is this. See this chart? I can tell you right now, there's not a great deal of trades going through this market. That's why, you know, this represents a 15-minute candle. It did nothing. It's too thin. It's illiquid. At the moment, with it being illiquid, I don't want to trade that. Now, you know, like people will go, when people see a chart like this and they go, oh, there was a big candle and it's on big volume. No shit. Of course it's on big volume, because that's how markets work. They typically don't move up or down without a bit of volume there. So I don't buy into that volume theory at all. I don't use a volume indicator ever. Why? Because I know how to read a chart to tell me where there's volume and there's not. And no offense to anybody else, I'm just being a bit of a smart ass, I suppose. Because, you know, I've been trading for 15 years. I understand that when there is a big candle, there's going to be big volume, because that's how markets work. Nothing there on Bitmax for that reason. Doge is an absolute mess right now. This is what Doge does. It does nothing, then it does everything, then it comes back to nothing again. I'm not interested right now because it ain't moving. If I was going to find a short, it would be on Dragon, but I'm not looking for a short. Not because I wouldn't take one if it's set up, but because it's not quite good enough. Why is it not quite good enough? That level's been broken too much to be relevant. Let's go to the 2-day. I just want to try and point. I've got good convergence there on the 2-day, but I just don't like the chart structure too much. You know, like lower, high, low. It's a bit choppy and messy in here. It's not going in a list. I'm just not really overly excited. Talking of terrible charts that don't excite me, welcome to EOS. EOS has done sweet, you know, big spike up there because of who cares. Why do I say who cares? Because I genuinely don't. Genuinely don't care. I'm a trader. You know, good for EOS if they did something with Google or whatever they were. That's fantastic, but it doesn't affect my life. I can't trade news. I won't trade news. So it doesn't make any difference. All I look at here is a very ugly looking chart. It has been a massive disappointment this year. Look at this. Look at that. What are we going to do with that? It's just been, I don't know what's going on with EOS, but it's not tradable. Oh, very sideways on Ethereum Classic. Again, I don't like sideways markets. I'm after good trends, good, strong trends. Need to see this kick on, get out of this mess, this sideways slop, just like Exchange Token has done recently. Look at this. It was chop, 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 choppy, chop, chop, chop. Then, now it has gone, oh, hello. Higher low, higher high. It's got a little bit more work to do. The cyclicity is not quite there yet, and there is still some resistance hovering around where we are. For me, it's not one to work on right now. To answer your question, Matt, and look, if there's any questions that are coming through on YouTube that are, you know, please show me these questions, Luke. I need to see them. I can't see them. Please do share them with me so that I can see them. Luke's my guy. He's got the brain. I'm just the trader. Hopefully he's listening. Matt, so do I use Bollinger Bands? What you see is what you get, Matt. This is all I use. All right, I read price action. I keep my charts very simple. I trade from checklists, so you don't have to think anymore. Most people don't understand the importance of price. They don't understand what price is telling them. I was one of those people too. I started this journey 15 years ago. For the first few years, I was terrible. And I used Bollinger Bands, and I used this, and I used that, and blah, blah, blah. But the more I learned the markets, the better I became. Well, the mentors, really. You know, that's the truth. I just don't use anything else. I'm just going to try and get this. Well, hang on, just give me 1 second. I'm just trying to get this so that I can see your comments as well. Sorry. Give me 1 moment. Why is that full screen? I just want to be able to see your... There we go. Got it. Okay, cool. Now I can see your comments. Sorry about that, guys. I've got it up and running now too. No worries, Matt. Okay, let me just see what I've missed out. Audio good, loud and clear from Alaska. It's working well. Good. Best time frames that you use. There's not really a best time frame. It comes down to individual preference, really, mate. You know, I run a business. I trade as well. Like, I'm always here. Oh, not always. I know I go fishing. But you know, when I'm here, for me, I as you can see my charts here, the 4 hours on top, the daily is below, and the reason for that is that it's kind of it's a bridge. The daily gives me a bit of what I consider as a trader, my macro view, and the 4 hours. So I call it the mid. It's the mid time frame. You know, it's a multiple of 6 to 24, which is a daily. And then from 4, I can go up to 8, 12. I can go to 2, 1, and lower. So it gives me that really nice view of both the daily and the 4 hour. It's not often I'll miss a 4 hour candle close unless I've got something else better in life to do. Or I'm busy, yeah? But very rarely do I miss the 4. It's just about working around what works best for you. And that's, you know, it's all about you being the best that you can be. You don't need to do this full time to do well at it. I mean, I don't sit here. I mean, I sit here all day and I work and stuff. And I, you know, when the conditions are good to go for a fish, I'll go for a fish. Slightly obsessed, but you know, you don't. There's no any one time. Okay, doesn't really matter. Tom, the split screen. How do I get that? Yeah, here. Select your layout. There you go. If you've got any further questions on that, let us know and we'll take care of it. Okay, Link, let's have a look at this now. Back to our charts. Higher low, higher high, becoming the most liquid, the most volatile of our market. I've got to kill this jacket, guys. It's 27 here today. Oh, am I kidding myself? Might look good, but whew. Just give me a sec. There we go. Oh, that's better. Stay hydrated, kids. Okay, daily, higher low, higher high, looks good. Yeah, I like that. Righty, oh, it's in my list and I'll show you why. Okay, not the 4, let's go to the 2. Ooh, I actually had an order raised for this here candle. So it's a cradle trade right there. And I had the order raised, and I could raise an order on this one too if I felt the need. The 2 hour is looking quite juicy though for an hour 39. I'm going to put that in the list. Now don't forget checklists and people. Look, if you think that I don't use them, let me show you something. Now, I have 2 kids and I'm working from home thanks to COVID. Check that out. Rip. My kids shred these things to pieces, but they're literal checklists, yeah? 3 of them, 3 trading strategies. That's all I've got. That's all I use, right? Follow them. Follow your checklist. Don't need to think. Just focus on what you need to be doing. Link. I want you to check your checklist on that. Whether you decide the 1 hour, 2 hour, or not at all, it's your call. But I am very much liking the look of that. If it doesn't do it there, better yet, pull back a bit deeper. Give me this pullback into here. Why? Old resistance can act as new support, sending us higher. Good as gold. Right on, let's keep moving. Litecoin, it's pretty average right now. It's got some more work to do. What is that level? Yes, resistance. I'm going to go with that. I think that's more relevant because it's been broken through a couple of times. The other one, I'm just going to go whoop, bring that back into here. Litecoin, I'm just not the cyclicity of that trend is just not there yet. And don't forget, my job is not just to take trades all the time, it's to take good trades. Yeah, probably leave it the 8. Look, I'd open up the dialogue for myself to analyze this if I was to be looking at a little bullish candle down there, but we don't have that right now, and I'm just gonna have to come back and do the scan like I do all the time anyway. I'm not gonna short into there. Canton, mate, that's the way. Have that checklist laminated. You can't really stuff that up. I mean, if it's laminated, you can't. You know what the funny thing is? I've actually got a laminator just there, underneath my desk. It's true. Okay, mid-perp, let's go to here. Okie dokie. Hit this up. Boom, boom, boom. Weekly. Yeah, it's come out of that zone. Nice. I like this contract because it is your mid-caps. Higher, low, higher, high. That ticks the box too. Let's go into here and we might see something on this 2 hour, I suspect. Ooh. Let's do a little bit of naughty stuff here. Stuff that you might not be as familiar with unless you've obviously gone through. Ooh, it's in a good spot. It is in a darn good spot. I'm going to get rid of these two. Bum, 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 bum. Very close to the link, isn't it? Now, if I was to take... Actually, I'll wrap that out in the end, okay? I want to give you a little lesson on risk, because risk comes in more places than just on the chart. Let's keep going. OKB, very sideways. This is the definition of slop. No, thank you. Do not want that. Crud. Crud. Tim, is it? Did I miss that? Oh, geez, Louise. I didn't even look. No, it's not divergent, mate. We got the 2 highs, right? Here's our high. Pull back. Higher high. We're looking at the highs only. There's our high to this high. The last 2. So here's our last high to the high before, which is here. Pull back. We're okay. Alrighty. It's one of those fine line ones. I can see how you might see it as being divergent, but it's not. It's okay. Rightio. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let us continue to move on. Yeah, OKB. It's pretty average. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. You can't. I'm not willing to play that game. You know, let's clear out of this range. Let's get out of here. You break that level for me, okay, and I will be okay. To work with you. As a matter of fact, you build up into there and you give me a higher low, you give me some convergence, you give me a Bitcoin breakout. I might even take you for a ride. But for now, you're dead to me. Harsh, but you know, is what it is. Shitcoin, shit chart, no thanks. Tomo. All right, Tomo, what are you doing? Very little indeed, I see, good sir. Look, I have a long position on here from a breakout back over this way, but I tell you, I'm not enthused. I mean, it's doing really great, but it's not. There's nothing to trade for me right now. Tron, no thanks, still sideways. XRP. Now, here's what I want to see from XRP, and it starts with the daily. XRP was the first of our top 10 or our mega caps to trend in an uptrend again. We saw it done by this candle, higher low, boop, higher high, and then since everything else started to move higher, XRP did not. And it's got a little bit, hey, how you doing? And it's been a bit slow apart from one run. Doosh. And it was a beauty. All right, absolute ripper. I would like that because I too have a long on this for the last, oh geez, about a week now. My look at this 4 hour is very clear. I'm going to get rid of that level. I don't think it's valid any longer, but it's that level in here. Righto? I think they might go back to there as well, does it? Yeah, pretty much. It's not a tradable level of resistance on a break for me. If it breaks above and pulls back in, it's a tradable level at that point in time with a bit of cyclicity. It's not there yet. I'm not going to put it in the list. Let's keep moving. Tezos, what have I put in here? Oh, let's have a look. Higher low, higher high. We're looking good there. I dig it. Up to here, what have we got? Double fib right there. Bush. Happy days. I'm going to get rid of those to show you the clarity because most of you have probably only got the cradle. All right. Who in here, by the way, just across everyone who's watching this, I mean, and even if you're watching a recording of this, are you actively trading or are you still just watching? Because I tell you what, it's starting to get really, really attractive out there right now. Ah, yes, I do like it. Do I like it on the 2? It's got a bit of work to do. What's it got to do? Get in here, little bullish candle. I'd probably prefer it on the 4. Or better yet, run away, and then pull back. I'll pop it in. Yep, all right, Tate's trading. Who else is trading? Who's actually trading? I want to know who's trading. All right, it's not scary. You just got to learn what to do. Ooh, proof perp. Yep, the same old faces. Yeah, look, we're all going to take some crap trades. Don't worry about that. It's a learning process. I was shocking when I started. Do not, I'm no fancy pants. There's nothing special about me. I sucked. It took a lot of work, and I nearly gave up properly 4 times. Just hang in there. Good on you, Robert. Good to see. Excellent. Now, listen, here's the thing. I really like Proof Perp. Thank you. Keep them coming too, by the way. Good on you, Timmy. Bit more of a deeper pullback's probably what I'm after here on that 4. That 8 looks superb. You know, it's a bit long, but look at the watch list we're getting here. See what I mean? Things are getting spicy again. Yes, I checked EOS, and it's rubbish as far as trend goes. Oh, good on you, Karen. Great win today. First trade last week. That's what I want to hear. You're in there, you're having a go, and that's how you learn. So I'm stoked to hear that, because you don't have to be great to get started, but you have to get started to be great. I like the 8 hour. So what I like about the watch list that we're sort of creating at the moment is that there's a number of different time frames. You know what I mean? There is a number, there's time frames that we need to be aware of now when that candle, in an hour and a bit, when that candle closes. There's time frames that we need to wait for, maybe 11 o'clock tonight Australian Eastern Daytime. There's a whole plethora of different opportunities for us, and this is what makes it so good. This is why I love it. You know, we've got opportunity again. Oh, Theta looks good for a move higher, but until it breaks higher, I'm not interested, you know, not interested at all. What do you think is more important? Oh, sorry, it's a magnifying glass. I thought it was, I'm like, what's that? Getting the direction right or having a good and sensible stop loss? You need to have both. If you don't get direction right, well, without a stop loss, getting direction wrong means you can lose infinite amounts of money, or whatever's in your account, right? So can't do that, all right? You need to, it's not just direction. There's 3 things you need to get right. Well, more. You've got to have an exact entry and stop loss and targets to minimize your risk. You've got to make sure you understand how much you're risking on the trade. And you not just have to get the direction right, because that's what a lot of YouTubers and whatnot do out there, is they go, see, I told you it would go up. And it's like, yes, excellent. So what? Did you do anything about it? You know, you've got to have a plan. It's just a business, guys. It's a structured project. It's a business that we run, we use. And at the end of the day, without a stop loss, without direction right, but timing is the key, right? That's it. All needs to come together. And it is a business. I do teach it as a business. It is structured. It is checklists. It is risk management. It is rules based, and it is not hard. I didn't say it was easy, but I'll tell you what it is. It is simple. We break it down like that. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. DeFi average. Not interested there. Not interested here either on compound. Kyber. Look, I like the look of this on the 4. What I don't like is this. Oh, wrong one. What I don't like is that. There's a fair old wedge of resistance there. Do I ever use Heiken Ashi candles? If you had have left the word candles out of that, Matt, I would have thought you were talking about a beer. I don't know what they are. I do not use them. Again, what you see is what you get. This is all I use. I keep it real simple, but I know exactly what I'm looking at. You know, I'm really focused on the price. I don't look. You'll notice my MACD doesn't even have the signal line or the histogram, because I don't use it. Everything that I don't use, I take off. I don't care. I focus on what I am looking for, and that's it. I'm not going to let my vision get clouded or distracted by what others are doing or saying. It's about what I want to do, because I make my decisions. So do you. I don't mind this 2 hour. My only issue is this. Again, let's go to the 15-minute. I just, you know, if you've got a smaller account, perhaps this might work for you. It's just going to be difficult for me to get a decent sized position on a market like this. It's just a little bit thin for me at the moment on Kyber. It is in that zone. There is some resistance right there. Be aware of it. It's not going on my list because I'm not going to be able to use it. It does sound like Asahi beer, right? That's what I was thinking, you know. I actually see Heineken Asahi. Heineken Asahi. Gold, if you're going to trade gold, knock yourself out, but there's nothing there right now on this chart. V-chain. Started trading only the 4 hour and above and seem to be getting this far. Having problems with my stops and the shorter time frame. Well, Dan, if that's the issue, stick with what you're happy with. At the end of the day, you got to be cool, calm, and collected and confident. All the C's. But you're getting better results. That's good, mate. Confused sometimes when daily is downtrending, but weekly are still an uptrend. Then 2 hours is uptrending. You have no idea what to do. Mate, go back through the chapter. If you go into tradercobb.com, in the little bottom corner there's a chat box, and Reese is in there. Reese is a client. He's a full-time trader now, and he's there to help. Nothing on AMPL. Ask him. He'll remember what chapter. All you got to do is log back in as a member, go in, and it will show you, because there are times where you will have that issue. It's also in your checklist. So just stick to the rules and don't overthink things. If you're trading off of a 2 hour, the weekly doesn't matter. All right, it doesn't need to come into the equation at all. Okay, thanks, Brian. Putting it to work, mate. That's it. Get stuck in. Next to your time frame is your candle format. I'm confused. Anyway, let me keep going. Dot, the whale. No, not interested in Dot. Solana. No, not quite good enough. Again, when I say nut, I want you to understand that I'm looking for beautiful trends. Cyclicity. If I don't see it, I go straight past it. Why? Because I'm here to make money. It's my money that I trade. And my company money. So I'm not going to take crap. Why would I? I don't have to trade. Why put time in, take a trade, lose money, when I can put time in, not take a trade and not lose money? There are two options. Look, this Thor chain, it was trending really, really nicely. Looking for something similar to that, but better. Perfect English. I want to see it extend a bit more now. It's coming out of my list right now. I do not think it's going to cut the mustard for me. There are some spicy looking charts out there, I will admit to that. It looks really nice. Maker. High or low. Does anyone else think of Mr. Maker? That crazy weird guy that the kids watch on TV? Oh, no, I'm going to have that song stuck in my head. That consolidation, does it interest me? No. It's a big fat no from me. On we go, rolling forward. DMM governance perpetual futures is a no for me. Oh, geez, there's not really an average of how many trades I take per week. Some weeks it'll be 10. Some weeks it'll be 3. It depends on the market conditions. When you understand, like when you go through the program, you see how much like emphasis is on risk management, correlated risk, open risk. All these sorts of things. That's what dictates the amount of trades and the market conditions. So, yeah, it's not as simple as just saying here's a number. There's a few mechanics there that dictate the way that I trade and how many trades I'll take, and then the market comes on top of that. Like I say, I don't think I just follow all my rules. I keep it nice and simple. Zcash has a nice trend here. Because there's a low there and there's a high, it doesn't really... It doesn't really fit the box, you know what I mean? It doesn't cut the mustard. I'm still currently in Rune Long, moving stop loss up with price. Excellent. Good on you. Uniswap is doing nada, and this is a new one I've put in today. AVAX, Avalanche. Look at this 2 hour, it's probably... Yeah, looks all right. A little bit deeper pullback, it would have been a lot more interesting. No, all right, cool. So let's go ahead. Ooh, Sorry about that. A little bit of a hiccup in there. Let's have a look at what we do have in the list. Ah, for Pete's sake. Well, there it goes. May I ask, when setting up a stop loss, why are limits becoming my selling point rather than my range from entry? If you're putting in a stop loss, your stop loss should be a stop market if you're trading the strategies that I trade. Again, you're on YouTube. If you click on the description below, you'll see a video for how I raise my orders long and how I raise my orders short. So therefore, it's going to give you an understanding for the types of orders and the reason that I use them. I think that one's going to help you, Brian. Algorand, yeah, I'm going to have to take that out now. I think it's already moving. What time have we got? Yeah, can we get a little while to wait? Yeah, I'm going to take that out because it's already. If it was to pull back now, I'd have a little lower high. So I'm not going to be able to continue to keep my eye on that. Bada bing, bang bang. 4 hour pull back into here. I'm willing to wait for that to occur. Failing that, if Binance goes, hey, I'm out of here, Craig, then I've got these anchor points, Fibonacci boosters. Then I'll go into that level. I'll go into that mindset. Oh, this is going to be tasty. Don't get any bigger. I've been so patient with you today. I have been so patient. I've stalked you all day. That 1 hour might be the go. Oh, the 2 hour. Look, you can see how much I want this, but I won't take it unless it sets up the way it needs to, and I've got to give it at least 21 minutes to make my decision, and so do you. You know, the 2 hours, an hour 20. Let's see how we play out there. Mid perp looking good. It was the 2 hour here. Oh, slow up a little bit. Don't get too big, okay? Don't get too big. It's looking good. Yes, the whole market does have a really good look about it. Zcash exit price, I'm not in. So there is no exit when I am not in. Tezos. It's there. If it pulls back in, sweet. I'd rather see it kick on a little bit more. I don't mind keeping this in the watch list as it is a decent little trend. The 2 hour, look, again, I'm just going to sit back and watch and wait on that puppy. I'd like to see Priv Perp come in a bit deeper. Ideally, the 8 hours a killer here. Get me back to 800, hit a round number in that cradle zone, and we're good to go. All right, now that we've got this gosh darn software working, same place, same time next week for the FTX watch list. Scanning the perpetual contracts. If you're not on YouTube, or I think maybe in the comments or something, there might be a link there so that if you wish to open up your FTX account, you can get 10% off the trading fees. But you can also, more importantly, just watch that video about how to raise an order on that platform, and you can use a similar type of way on other platforms. But the reason I ask you to watch that is because it's so important that you're using the right orders. You understand what you're doing. I love trading with margin because I know how to do it. You know what I mean? I know how to do it. And I want you to know how to do it so that you don't make the mistakes that are so easy to make. Get a bit of paper, write it down, watch the video when you raise your orders, but take your time, do it well. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time. And look, the other thing is, call your mates. Check that they're okay. It's been a shitty year. People are hurting. And as we get closer to Christmas, people are going to be hurting even more. It's up to us to be good friends. So call your mates. And if you're having a hard time, call somebody as well. Mental health, it's up to us to look after each other and to help each other. Keep that mindset. Keep happy. And keep